Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the While We Walk Pastcast, where I discuss my thoughts for the day. Today is Wednesday, 17th, or April 17th, excuse me, Wednesday, 2024. It's 10:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is actually the second recording. The first recording, there was like people around me, so I just want to start over. So, yeah. Anyways, So basically, I'm heading towards BJ's, which is another Costco. For those that aren't aware of BJ's, it's like a big warehouse store to buy steak, because I actually ended up eating some. I bought a sack of potatoes yesterday, and I ate 3 for dinner, and after eating dinner, I was extremely satiated, extremely, and so yeah, going forward, I'm gonna start eating potatoes. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to get steak for the next few days. So I'm actually heading towards there before it rains, because it's expected to rain around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I want to make sure I get to that store before it starts raining. But yeah, what else is there? In other news, just going for a walk here. It's slightly cloudy here, there's not too much sun, and yeah, just a lot on my mind, because it sucks to lose in trading. I lost again today, but it's like I just gotta accept the fact that I can't control the outcome, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So so that's that. It still doesn't. I mean, it gets easier and easier over time, but it still it still stings a bit. But with that being said, with that out of the way, I'm just really happy with the way the health is going, like in terms of the weight loss. I actually did gain half a pound overnight, because so yesterday what I had is 2 oats, a cup of oats, a serving of scoop of protein, scoop of collagen, and a box of blueberries for yesterday. And then for lunch, I actually had pork loins and beans, and that's what I normally have for dinner. And for dinner, I had 3 potatoes and pork loins, and the potatoes were magnificent. I love the potatoes. I actually put also a tablespoon of butter in there too, and then after I ate that meal, I was satiated throughout the night. So potatoes is the way to go, in my opinion. The macros aren't too horrible, because there's some fiber in there. There's some fiber in there, and apparently it has one of the highest satiety factors if you go on the web. So and I ate it, and it's true. You're not hungry after eating like 3 potatoes. So yeah, I'm gonna continue eating the potatoes. But yeah, I think that's what. But then what's funny is I ate under 2,400 calories, but I gained weight. But the reason why I'm thinking I gained weight was because I think I had a slight more sodium, because I put like salt and pepper in both the beans and the potato. And so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And plus, I usually eat what was I gonna say? Yeah, I usually eat oatmeal during that period of time, so it's easier. I guess it goes through the system more easily than it does meat. So that's what I'm thinking. I think that still pieces of the meat that I ate last night are still in my body, and it hasn't been fully digested. So that's what I'm thinking for that weight gain to half a pound, even though I was in like a 2,000 calorie deficit yesterday. Yeah, that's most likely what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna, at least one more day, I'm gonna eat like today, I'm gonna eat pork loin and beans. But because I'm buying steak, I'm gonna have dinner, steak and potatoes for dinner, and I'm gonna do that for like the next 3 days at least. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and see how my weight is. But I'm gonna but then after that, if there's not really any changes to my weight, I'm gonna still stick with the potatoes, because I think potatoes are the way to go going forward. And they're cheap too. They're like a bag of potatoes, like for 15 potatoes is like $3, so price is not going to be an issue with that. And yeah, and so I'm going to do that for the next 3 days, see how my weight fluctuates after doing that. But yeah, that is the plan of action. Just gonna do one little circle around the park, go straight to BJ's, buy my steak, and contemplate whether or not I want to work out before the lunch or after the lunch. I'm thinking after the lunch, only because I'm kind of exhausted right now. So yeah, and chances are, yeah, I'm most likely gonna do it in the afternoon after I digest my lunch. But if somehow I get some kind of second wind in the morning, I am going to definitely do it before lunch. But I doubt that's going to happen. So most likely after lunch. But yeah, for the next 2 months, I'm just essentially focusing on my health and just enjoying this summer. And yeah, that's really what I intend on doing, just enjoying the summer and looking great for the summer, having the best body I've ever had in my life, and essentially having developing habits in the summertime so I could take it for the rest of my life going forward. Yeah, that's the plan of action, just to basically make sure my body fat percentage stays relatively stable, like under 15% is my goal. For the first cut ever, like that I'm aiming for under 10%. It's only going to be once, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to cut as much as it could go, but then just maintain for the summertime around 10 to 12% is the goal. Yeah, that's pretty much the goal. Yeah, and not go too crazy. And pretty much every summer I'm gonna do a slower cut starting from January up till May. It's gonna be a much more controlled cut, because I'm right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing over 1,000 calorie deficit a day. So that comes out to like 7,000 calories, more than 7,000 calories, which is more than 2 pounds apparently. But this is really aggressive. But after this is over, I'm doing it the right way by slowly decreasing my calories and increasing my activity. I know by winter time, my activity levels are going to be pretty much non-existent, like in terms of the walking, because it's too cold to go out for a walk, especially in December and November-ish and January. Those 3 months are really cold. So even February is pretty cold too. February and March, especially, you know, like at the beginning of February. So I'd say November, December, January are the coldest months. So I'm not going to be really active then, but that's when I want to start drastically lowering the calories going forward. Yeah, but it's pretty much, I'd say, like, I'm not going to drink by myself anymore. I think it's pointless. It doesn't really benefit me in any way. It just makes me gain weight, and yeah, it's not helpful in any way for me. So I'm essentially not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to drink by myself, which I have been doing for the past I stopped like a month or two ago. I stopped it a month or two ago, and yeah, it's I mean, I still drink when I meet up with friends and family, but that's it. And I only meet them once a week, and I'm not sure this week we're gonna meet with anyone, so my diet's gonna pretty much stay the same for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm just gonna go head towards the store and just get some steak. I'm gonna get the round eye steak. Round eye steak is I could get the other steaks, but the round eye steak, it's like neatly cut, so I could track the macros much more easily, so that's why I'm getting that. But most likely after I buy that steak, I'm gonna go back into eating pork loins for sure. Pork loins actually is much more cheaper, and it's like almost 50% cheaper, more than 50%. So I'd rather get the source from there if after this. But if I like the steak a lot, so I'm gonna keep on eating the steak. That too. But pork loins is not too much off from the steak, because I can still put A1 sauce on the pork loins, and this is just perfectly fine. I like the consistency of the meat anyways. It's like pretty much like steak, the consistency of pork loins if you cook it. So if I don't find too much of a difference in taste between the steak and the pork loins, I'm just gonna stick with the pork loins. There's no point in going to steak. But I'm still testing it out, because after eating three freaking potatoes, I've been impressed by eating those 3 potatoes. I've never been so satiated in such a long time after eating those 3 potatoes. So yeah, we'll see what happens. If I start gaining weight let's say at the end of the week, like on Saturday for instance, my weight didn't my weight was increasing, then yeah, I may have to just cut the carbs in the morning. I might take like half a cup of oatmeal away. That's the plan. I mean, we'll see. But I'm thinking most likely the weight gain, the half a pound weight gain, was sodium and or the extra meat in my system that I didn't shit out. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the store now. I'm gonna actually stop by the restroom again. That's the one thing about like, I've been continuing drinking the gallon. The only issue with drinking the gallon is when I go for long walks, I need to keep on urinating, and yeah, I just find that inconvenient for long walks. But I might have to I'm just gonna basically lower the length of my walks, because I am technically burning 1,000 calories, and I'd rather use the time to do calisthenics instead, you know. So yeah, that's what I intend on doing. I'm gonna most likely just put more emphasis on the calisthenics and do more gymnastic workouts. I'm also going to stretch more, because I want my hip flexors to be more stretchy by doing the couch stretch. And what else is there? Not only the couch stretch, but what I want to use is the what can I think? Basically hamstring stretches, like deep hamstring stretches, because a lot of my moves require me to be flexible in those areas. And I'm going to do a lot of ab compression work. Basically, you sit down on a soft surface, you put your hands as furthest to your ankle as possible, and you lift up your feet. That's like a compression, and that's a pretty common exercise for pretty much every single gymnast, and that really works your core, really works it. And so I'm gonna do a lot of toes to bar exercises too. That's gonna be pretty much on a daily basis. In terms of leg raises, yeah, I'm gonna start doing I basically replaced the leg raises with toes to bars, but I'm gonna start implementing some leg raises as well. I want them to be higher. Now that once my crunches, or not my crunches, but my hamstring stretches are really deep, I want to see how much I could pump out, you know. So that's plan of action, because my abs aren't really getting sore, so I want to make sure I I want to make sure they get at least a little bit sore. But I think my abs is really strong right now. I'm basically not putting enough volume into it. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna at least try to put a little bit more volume, like 2 or 3, like 4 sets or something like that on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely stop by the restroom. There's like it's not like a restroom, but it's one of those public things on the side of the road. I tested it out. It's not too bad. I'm actually gonna go stop by there because I don't think I could hold this for long. So I'll stop this recording when I get there. But yeah, what else is there? No, I mean, that's it. I mean, I have to see what the end of the week entails after eating those steaks. But no matter what, pork loins is the way. Pork loin and potatoes for dinner. That's gonna be the way. Yeah, that's gonna be the way for sure. And it could be steaks in the future. I think rice is not satiating. I love rice, you know, but it's definitely not satiating. Not compared to like potatoes, the same amount of calories. No question about it. If I had like 700 calories worth of rice, is not the same. It's not even satiating compared to like 350 calories of potatoes. I tested it because I had rice over the weekend, and that's like a lot of. And I feel hungry afterwards. I think like fuck that shit, man. I can't have that in my life right now during the cuts. I mean, I'll have that during bulking season, but definitely not during the cuts. I don't want to have like that hunger feeling ever, especially at dinner. Dinner, I want to make sure I'm satiated. I do not want it, because the last thing you want to do is eat after dinner. So that's why I tend to make my dinners really have a lot of calories, essentially, because I know that after that dinner I do not want to eat again. After that, I want to make sure I don't eat again. So yeah. What else is there? I mean, that's pretty much it. I pretty much got everything that I need to see. Yeah, and this almost everything. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, and it's pretty much all health related. I've been really just, every chance I get, everything is going to be health related, you know. And yeah, I'm really looking to really looking to get down there, get down to that weight. I know I'm being a little bit repetitive, and that's why like these daily podcasts, it's not daily in a sense, but it's like there's only so much you could talk about, because at the end of the day, it's pretty much about staying consistent, you know, and that's it. The only thing that I really can talk about, even with trading too, like trading in the futures market, like as long as I don't break my loss rules, that's fine, you know. Like today, I lost 2 times in a row, and in the past I would trade again, and I would win sometimes, you know. But usually when you lose, like from my experience, if you lose 2 times in a row, It's just not really good. But at the same time, I noticed that I don't trade as often if I win. So I have to kind of find a balance. It's more better to limit your trades when you're losing. So I like sticking to the 2 losses. But I'm gonna keep on doing that until I start losing accounts. Once I start losing accounts, it's fine, because the issue that I had at the beginning of the trading journey was I went too aggressive at the beginning, and once I started entering into a losing streak, I was playing a little bit too risky, essentially. And the next accounts that I get, I'm not going to be too risky. So so consistency in not making sure you don't lose too much is, so there's a consistency in a lot of things, but I was looking at also the old Instagram posts that I had, and even 8 years ago, I 8 years ago I was at 185 and 180-ish. I guess that's when I started Instagram, because I was at 170 before I started using Instagram. But now that I'm curious to see how my body's going to look after I get down to that level when I break the 180s. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna end it there. I'm almost close to the restroom, and I'm kind of exhausted right now. So, oh, you know what? Before I end it again, jeez Louise, I think I know why I'm exhausted. When I trade, I actually track my heart rate, and my heart rate goes up to like 140-ish when I'm in the trade. If I'm in it, like if I'm about to lose or if I'm about to win all the trades. So my heart rate's actually higher than I do when I walk. So that's probably why I'm exhausted. It's just the mental, and even if I win too. Even if I win, I get exhausted. But yeah, that's probably what it was. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode of While We Walk.